Hello and welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about The Grump Whisperer by Katy James. This is about Bronwyn, a horse barn manager, whose barn was actually sold to a new owner. And Bronwyn loved the previous owner, but, she had to move along. And so Bronwyn loves all things horses and everything. She used to be more into like the competing circuit, but something happened in her past that made her a little kind of shy around it, but she still loves this world and, loves everything about it and wants, all good things for the horses. So new owner shows up, kind of. It takes them a while to kind of figure it out as piling up around like actual horse crap starts piling up around the barn. Um, but then this man shows up, Ian, and he is totally a grump, totally disheveled and just not a pleasant person to be around. And he didn't realize that this was a boarding barn for horses. He thought his sister has bought this barn. She went off on this vacation after her divorce, and he just planned to come to this barn and kind of lick his wounds after he got out of a hospital stay and his whole life kind of was upended. He was not interact with anybody, but as it turns out, Bronwyn needs help paying the bills and around the barn, and so she kind of draws him out and sparks fly. And I think that's really kind of all you need to know basic wise about this book.
Well, he was like a huge deal in the horse circuit. He had
Well,
like
like, but I didn't know if saying that was like giving anything away. I
I
mean,
think
they
it's
do
is
come
it
to
in
it
the
pretty quickly,
description?
but like,
I think it's in the description.
okay, all right.
I think. And we got this off of NetGalley.
Oh yes. It was what I expected. There wasn't. I mean, it wasn't breaking any ground or
It's like a legit
anything.
Harlequin book. Like it is released through Harlequin. It's super short, which is nice.
Yeah, it moved really quickly, which I appreciated.
Because I was kind of like, I feel like I'm like, well, there wasn't a lot of story, but it's like 280 pages long, so there wasn't a lot of pages for there to be story.
And I see, and I think you saying that wasn't a lot of story is like the romance, like the framework was there. But I wish I would have known more about the horse stuffs, because I don't know anything about horses, and like so knowing whether or not Ian, where he was writing and all of that kind of stuff, and like I just don't know anything about the horse stuff.
Yeah, because I will say, like, everything I know about horses I learned at Girl Scout camp, which was like 30 years ago. So yeah, I don't know a lot about it either. God, I'm old, but I don't know. And I do feel like with such short page, like such a short book, like we did get to know Ian and we did get to know Bromlin.
Mhm.
Um, we got their backstories, and it wasn't like an information dump. It was like very organic how she gave us their stories. And like the relationship you saw between them was like fine. It wasn't a lot because again, it's just not a lot of book.
Well, and the side characters were cute and sweet, and
Yeah.
they added to the story. Like
I liked all
there
the other
wasn't a lot of
boarders. I
it.
thought the boarders were funny. And something I had never, because again, I don't know a lot about horses, but like and I feel like this isn't like a big spoiler, but one of the side storylines is there's a little girl who's like reached like her preteens and she'd had a pony and she has to like give up the pony because she's too big for the pony. And I thought
Yeah,
that was kind of like, I never really thought about that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, everything that happened in the book is exactly what I expected. Like, I wasn't in any
right.
way, shape, or form surprised. Um, but I mean, it was fine. It was cute. Like honestly, these are like the kind of books like when I'm just like have too much stuff on my brain and I just want something like this is like there's apparently going to be another one in the series. I would read that. I'm assuming probably about the sister. Or maybe the
Yeah.
friends. There was a friend too. I would read it. Like it is what it is,
Yeah,
kind of.
I mean it was okay. Like you read it in a day and you're just done with it and you don't think about it and you just move along. And
These
yeah.
are the kind of books that like when they first come out, like the first like month they're out at the library, like they circulate a lot. And like they circulate for like about 6 months and then like the Harlequin readers have read them and then they stop going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So should we
All
rate
right,
it?
well, I think we should read it. So our rating scale starts with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it does not get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
It's a 3. It's like it's a solid 3, right? Like it was romancy enough. You had enough backstory. It's like watching a made-for-TV movie.
Yes. Um, I'm kind of caught. Like, should I give it a horse because it's a horse book, or should I give it the three unicorns because that's legitimately where it's at? Like I said, I think I enjoyed it because it was so quick and I got through the whole story quickly. Was it groundbreaking? No.
I will also say though, you don't see a lot of horse romance books.
Well, at least I don't.
I
I'm sure
I
they
I
exist.
mean,
I'm sure it's like a whole genre.
right. Well, that was I was looking up an author who's like teen books I used to like, and I'm like, whatever happened to her? And she apparently became very successful with NASCAR romances. And I'm like, that's a thing. So I guess there's like, yeah, there's a romance about anything. I'm like, I really liked her. She had like a boarding school supernatural series I liked.
I mean, horse girls are a thing.
Right? So that is where we are on the
The
Grump
Grump Whisperer
Whisperer, which is
by
a good
Katy James.
title. It is. That was the other thing. So like I read The Horse Whisperer when I was way too young to have read The Horse Whisperer. So I kept kind of like as I was reading it, I was like, it's not at all like The Horse Whisperer, but I kept thinking of that. But we will see you around.
Bye.
Bye.